This very common mistake can mean certain disaster on your twin flame journey. And that mistake is to create an identity around twin flames. Now, it is true that you met your twin flame. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you met your twin flame. If you're not sure, you can go watch my video called The 5 True Signs You Met Your Twin Flame. And I realized that everybody's got a True Signs You Met Your Twin Flame video, but when you watch my True Signs You Met Your Twin Flame video, you're going to know right away, this is a lot different than what I've heard from everybody else on the internet. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn, but it is very different. And maybe that explains how I ended up here as the world's leading twin flame coach. 6,000 paying coaching students to date. I've caused thousands of unions. I'm the most visible, well-known twin flame coach online today. Now, how did I do it? Well, ground level, your twin flame is about your soul. This whole journey, right? Everybody on the internet agrees on one thing. Twin flames, it's one soul in two bodies, right? And you know, I think I just kind of alluded to the fact that there's a lot of differing information and opinions out there on the internet. And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I think everybody else is just like me. Everybody's just trying to figure out what this really is. Like, it's so confusing. And there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of pain, and there's a lot of opinions floating around on the internet about what to do here. But the one thing everybody agrees on is that it's one soul in two bodies, or it's like the soul splits, or you're the same soul vibration, or something like that, right? Now, why am I so special? Well, I don't think I'm special, but I just kind of noticed that, yeah, if it's your soul, you got to do soul stuff, and everybody else has you doing things to focus on the physical person. Meanwhile, they're telling you to detach, but make sure that you do your healing. You say the violet flame chant. You send healing energy to divine masculine. I'm doing my inner child healing. I'm clearing my karma with my twin flame. All of these things that I'm doing to get my twin flame to come back to me and be with me. And I'm waiting for divine masculine to awaken, and on and on and on. But I also have to detach. Right. And that's where I come in, a little different. Now, what does this have to do with making a twin flame identity? It's got everything to do with it. Guys, what I'm trying to tell you is if you make an identity out of being a twin flame, that's one of the worst things you can do. All that other stuff, you're staying focused on, I'm on a twin flame journey. All the healing and the violet flame chant and the clearing your chakras. And you know, normally those things aren't necessarily bad to do. I'm not bad-mouthing anybody, guys. But here's the thing. You don't need to do any of that stuff for your twin flame. See, you're not really on a twin flame journey. You met your twin flame. They're another incarnation of your soul. They're you in another body. We already know about reincarnation, right? We know all about that. Everybody knows about reincarnation. You just have two incarnations of your soul right now in the same time period. That's all this is. So again, my brand of not reinventing the wheel. And by the way, what is the soul? Non-duality. It doesn't get attached to the external. If you're doing anything to get your twin flame back, that's not the soul, that's the mind. Ancient Zen spiritualism. That's how I teach. All of my students, I tell them, look, your twin flame is your soul. You got to do soul stuff. If you make an identity as a twin flame, like I am a twin flame, and I'm so honored to be a part of this important community, and we are on our twin flame mission, and there's only 144,000 twin flames, and we're here to save the world, and I got to do my twin flame healing, and I got to clear my twin flame karma, and I've got to figure out my divine purpose with my twin flame, and this is my twin flame mission, and twin flame, twin flame, twin flame, twin flame, twin flame, twin flame, everything becomes an identity around this. That's the mind. That's the personality. The soul is formless. It has no identity. And everybody knows it's true. Guys, I'm not reinventing the wheel. This is ancient Zen spiritualism. I don't have to prove that I'm right. I'm telling you what we already know about spiritualism, not the new agey stuff on the internet. Authentic Zen spiritualism, thousands of years old. Buddha, Jesus, Krishna, the Dalai Lama, Yogananda, Eckhart Tolle, Charlotte Jocko Beck, right? Krishnamurti, Krishna, on and on and on. This is ancient. We already know this stuff. The soul is consciousness. The mind is an identity. They call it the separate self. That's where that word came from, by the way. Separation, union. Unity consciousness is when you transcend the egoic, separate self, the mind, the identity, the me, rather than the I. And if you know what I mean by that, you're already on the right track. This is your spiritual awakening. Nothing else. Your twin flame is your spirit. You don't need to do twin flame anything. I don't even like the title twin flame. I mean, the way that I teach twin flames on this channel is the true twin flame teaching. And it's easy to see that it is because of the fact that we in the so-called twin flame community, like there should even be such a thing, because that's an identity, we use those words, separation, union, detaching. But where did those words come from? Go watch my video called Twin Flames, Separation Consciousness, Unity Consciousness, and Detaching. When you find out where those words really came from, which is ancient Zen spiritualism, you're not going to have any questions about what this is anymore. Go watch that video. It's on my True Twin Flame Teachings playlist on this channel, along with my 5 True Signs You Met Your Twin Flame video. So that's why we use those words. They come right out of the Tao, Buddhism, Hinduism, separation consciousness. You are your twin flame. This is your spiritual awakening. So instead of saying twin flame, I actually have my paying coaching students, I tell them, don't call it twin flame anymore. You guys are simultaneous incarnations. This person is your other self. You are one being. You are your twin flame. There's not 2 of you. The mind can't understand that. The mind is separation consciousness. There's me and there's other. That makes a we. And we are separate, separation consciousness. That's all the mind can do. But the soul is unity consciousness, union. That's in here, guys. That's what you already are. The identity, the ego covers that up. But you're here to remember who you are, and that's all this is. You're a soul. Guess what happens when you leave behind identification with the identity, entity, ego, personality, separation consciousness? Guess what happens when you leave that behind and you enter union, unity consciousness? That's when your twin flame comes back. They'll unblock you. Now, why would that happen? Because that state of consciousness is your soul. Your twin flame is another incarnation of your soul. What do you think is going to happen when you enter that state of consciousness? But to enter that state of consciousness is really to not enter it, but to remember that you already are that. Releasing the identity, entity, the ego, the form, the story, the history of who you are. Releasing that. And when you embrace an identity as a twin flame, you're just adding more to it. And you're going to go through the same cycles with your other self. This is your spiritual awakening, nothing else. Your twin flame is your spirit. You just have to release the form, the identity. Remember who you really are. Formless essence, consciousness, the soul. That's all this is, guys. You don't need any of the healing. You don't need to balance your inner feminine and masculine. All of those things will happen automatically when you leave behind identification as the separate self, separation, and to enter unity consciousness, union, which again, you're not really entering that. You are that already. It's a remembrance. So go check out my other free twin flame coaching videos. Sign up for my paid coaching. Check out my free stuff first, or just watch the free stuff. I don't care. Just do something. Get off the twin flame smack, the twin flame crack on the internet, the junk food twin flame information. And I'm not trying to put anybody down, but like I said, we already know what this is. It's ancient. Remember who you are. Thank you for watching.